Hey everyone, Jesse here from Jetstream Detailing, and today we just completed the 1965 AC Cobra. This Cobra is a factory 5 kit car, was built about 20 years ago, and was driven by the previous owner. Our client just purchased it and was looking to have it cleaned up, detailed, and protected before adding it to their collection. I'll go over a few main points and then we're going to get into the whole process. First up, from Factory 5, you can still purchase a lot of replacement pieces. So we went ahead and replaced the chrome headrest, seat belts, gas cap, a few other odds and ends on this car that were starting to look a little tarnished and faded. Next, we moved on to detailing. So we lifted the car up, pulled the wheels so we were able to fully clean and detail inside the wheel wells, the frame, inside the engine bay, the interior of the car, and inside the trunk. Once that was completed, we moved on to the paint correction and coating portion. So this car, from being wiped down and washed over the years, was starting to look a little faded. The black was kind of looking gray because it had a lot of swirls and scratches on there. So we completed a 2-stage paint correction to remove the swirls and scratches, enhance the gloss and shine of the paint, and then prepare it for a ceramic coating. For ceramic coating, we use CarPro's C-Quartz line of products. So the whole exterior of the vehicle got a base coat with C-Quartz or CarPro D-Quartz, and then we top coated it with 2 layers of C-Quartz Finest Reserve. For the coating process, all the paint gets coated, the glass, chrome, rims, more or less the full exterior of the vehicle. These Cobras are pretty difficult to wash because it doesn't have a roof, so anything you do on the outside ends up on the inside. So this way, with the ceramic coating on there, if the customer is driving the car, we're going to really easily be able to clean it with a quick detail to remove any bugs and dirt without having to worry about swirls and scratches on the paint. And so that was a quick recap of what we're doing, and you can follow along, and we're going to go over the full process.
It was the start of winter here in Canada when our client purchased the Cobra, so he had asked for us to pick it up in our enclosed car hauler. So this is when we had first picked it up, and we're going to pull it out so you can hear the sound of the 427. So it's showing some signs of, being driven and some wear and tear, foggy paint and some tarnished pieces. So our client's looking to have us clean it up and restore it to its former glory. You can see some of the fog in the paint here. Someone's touched this car with a rotary polisher as well, and it's not finished out very well. So that's where a lot of the fog you can see here, as well as some swirls and scratches in the paint. So we're gonna correct all that, do a good cleanup on the inside here. Of course, this car doesn't have a roof, so they get a lot of dirt and dust built up in there. Also from someone that didn't know what they were doing with a polisher. So you can just see the swirls around the lights here as I move around. Most of that is buffer trails from a rotary polisher and just not finishing the paint out enough. A few parts that our client would like us to change on the car. You can get these from Factory 5. We're gonna get a replacement gas cap because this one's tarnished. Someone's messed with this bar here, so you can see it's 2 different colors. I think this one's been painted. You can see there's paint like flaking off in a few different spots. So we can get factory replacement pieces right from Factory 5, as well as the seat belts in here. The 2 seat belts are sun faded and kind of like stained, so they're going to get replaced with brand new ones. You can also see the side pipes that were put on this car are stained, so we're going to be able to polish those up and remove the staining here. This is likely from chemicals or possibly washing, along with the fins in here. Those are bare aluminum, so they're starting to kind of oxidize, so we're going to get those cleaned up. And we can take a look at the 427 in the engine bay here. So it's a Shelby 427 Cobra engine. and see how much kind of dirt and dust is built up in here. So we're gonna be able to get this all cleaned up. Polish some of the shiny parts in the engine bay and make it look a little better in there. In these photos, you can see the fog, swirls, and scratches around the lights. A lot of this is caused from general washing and wiping down, as well as rotary polishing trails that were left over on this car. The next step is we started to remove some of the parts. So we're removing the driver headrest here to be replaced with a new one. We also have replacing seat belts from Simpson. Next, we lifted the vehicle up with our scissor lift, which gives us good access to work around the vehicle, be able to remove the rims and clean inside the wheel wells. So we removed all 4 rims from the Cobra so that we can fully clean and detail the full rim and in the backs, and then ceramic coat this. And we can also access the wheel wells so that these can be cleaned and detailed. This car obviously being driven a little bit, hasn't been cleaned in here in a while, so there's a lot of dirt, grime, and brake dust that has built up. So we're going to get that all detailed and looked after and move on to polishing.
Ooh, Jordan Megan is shiny.
As shown in the previous videos and pictures, the Cobra paint was very swirled and scratched up, and it had a lot of foggy patches on it from someone who previously polished with a rotary polisher and didn't fully refine out the finish. Nick and Jordan completed a multi-step paint correction process to remove all those swirls and scratches on the Cobra. By removing the swirls and scratches and fog, this restores the gloss and shine in the paint. We touched up any stone chips that we had found and prepared it to get ceramic coated. Next, we'll show you some of the 50-50 shots we got during the paint correction process. Here on the right side, you can see the original paint as it came to us, and on the left side is after compound and polishing. There's still a little bit of fog there, but we still have a couple more finishing steps to make sure this paint shines as best as it possibly can. Here are a few photos after completing the paint correction portion of this job. You can see with all the swirls and scratches removed, the clarity, gloss, and shine has been restored back into this paint. We are next going to wipe the vehicle down and prepare it for ceramic coating. The ceramic coating application process is the final one for this Cobra. We will be using CarPro's professionally installed ceramic coatings for this. Nick is applying D-Quartz as a base coat, followed by 2 coats of C-Quartz Finest Reserve as a top coat. This combination will give this vehicle years of protection, clarity, gloss, and ease of maintenance. After the ceramic coating process is completed, we're going to reassemble this vehicle and get it ready for delivery. Now with the Cobra all reassembled, coated, and infrared cured, we're going to do a final walk around video to show you the final results. You can see the aluminum and chrome side pipes were polished out to look as best as possible. We removed the windshield to clean in behind and polish the dash. With the new seat belts, the interior looks great now that it's cleaned and dialed in. The roll bar on the back, now the chrome matches the rest of the vehicle. You can see really the depth and gloss and shine in this paint now that it was fully corrected and ceramic coated. The new gas cap looks great and matches all the other accessories.
Thanks for following along the full process of restoration, detail, paint correction, and professional installed ceramic coating on the Cobra. It was such a pleasure working on such a historic automotive icon and popular kit car. The team put so much time, pride, and effort into this project, and the results are here to show. Next, we're going to load the Cobra into the enclosed trailer and deliver it back to our client.